Hi everyone. So by now you must be knowing that the date for the updated date has been released for the 72nd BPSC examination, which is going to happen on 25th of October 2026. So barely 2 months are left, and so I'm here to present before you the explanation and the solution of the 72nd BPSC prelims paper. Okay, so this is the official paper. You can see, so we'll start from the history part. Okay, because history constitute around 30 to 35 questions every year. Okay, including Bihar history. Okay, so let us start. So you see this is the original paper and this is the explanation PDF that I have made. Okay, if you I will provide it free of cost. Just let me know in the comment section. I will share the link. Okay, so let us start. So you see 71st question: which Indian leader for the first time used the safety valve theory to attack moderates in the Congress? Now, the thing that you must be knowing that that you must have to know is that what is the safety valve theory and who were the people who were putting for this or subscribing to this theory, and who were the people who were not happy with this theory or they were criticizing this theory. Okay, so two things you must be knowing. Okay, so let me first start with the safety valve theory. So what is the safety valve theory? So there were certain leaders of the Indian national movement who were of the opinion that the formation of Congress has happened because of the Britishers. Okay, Britishers. Why? Because Britishers wanted to not have a kind of situation which has happened already in 1857. So to release the ongoing discontent that was there within the Indian masses, especially the educated masses, they have supported the establishment of the Indian National Congress, and that is why they have prepare a ground for political voice for the educated mass, so that they cannot go against the government. Okay, so that is the thing. So who was given this theory first time? So Lala Lajpat Rai. It was Lala Lajpat Rai who articulated the safety valve theory comprehensively in 1916. Okay, publication Young India. So Young India, although the same with the same name, there is another book which has been written by Mahatma Gandhi. But you have to remember here that Young India is also written by Lala Lajpat Rai, who has articulated the safety valve theory there in his book. Okay, he argued that the British Viceroy Lord Durfin and A.O. Hume established the Indian National Congress primarily to act as a mechanism to release growing Indian discontent peacefully rather than to champion genuine national interest. Extremists utilize this concept to critique the moderates' faction or reliance on petitions and prayers. Okay, so these things you have to remember. Now, one more information you have to add here is that Bipin Chandra Pal. So, Bipin Chandra Pal was a person who has not subscribed to this view of the safety valve theory. Okay, so he had criticized the safety valve theory, or he has said that the Britishers has no role in the supporting the establishment of the Indian National Congress. Okay, so that is the thing. Otherwise, if they are going to ask about the who has the leader who first time used the safety valve theory, the answer would be Lala Lajpat Rai. Okay, so that is the thing. Another question can be framed that who has criticized the safety valve theory. So that would be Bipin Chandrapal. Okay, so moving ahead. So at which viceroy was a bomb thrown on the occasion of the state entry into Delhi? Okay, so it was whom? It was Lord Hardinge. You must be remembering Delhi Darbar 1912. Okay, so an assassination attempt known as the Delhi conspiracy case was carried out against Lord Hardinge II. A bomb was thrown into his hub the elephant carries during his ceremonial procession into Delhi to commemorate the relocation of the imperial capital from Calcutta to Delhi. Okay, so 1900 in 1912, what has happened? So two big events has happened. First, the announcement of the shifting of the national capital from Calcutta to Delhi has been implemented in 1912. Okay, so announcement has happened already 1 year before 1911 when King George V from England has come. Okay, so Lord Hart, and second big event was in 1912. In the same year, on 22nd of third, a bomb was thrown on Lord Harding elephant carriage. However, he could not be assassinated. Okay, so he who was the mastermind behind this plot? So Ras Bihari Bose. Okay, remember this name. Ras Bihari Bose was the principal mastermind behind this plot. Okay, so moving ahead. So next question: who got an opportunity to become professor of Indian philosophy in the University of California? Now, see, most of us may have not read this information about the professor of Indian philosophy in the University of California in 1911. So how would we get the correct answer? So the thing is that very simple, that we will apply our common sense. Okay, so how we will apply our common sense, let me explain that. So California, so first thing you have to remember is that California, so we all are knowing that California is in USA. And if we are if uh, even if you are knowing the background of the Gadar movement, you must be knowing that that has started from San Francisco, USA, and the prominent leader were Lala Hardayal. So you can relate that the California Lala Hardayal. Okay, so C will be the correct answer. Okay, so Lala Hardayal, a brilliant nationalist and radical intellectual, migrated to the United States and briefly served as a lecturer in Indian philosophy and Sanskrit at Stanford University, located in California. In 1911, he subsequently transitioned into full-time revolutionary activism, becoming the central intellectual architect of the Ghadar movement along the Pacific coast. Okay, next question. So, name the principal of MAO College, Aligarh, who encouraged Muslim communalism in the last decades of the 19th century. So, it was Theodoric Beck. Theodore Beck served as the British principal of the Mohammedan Anglo-Oriental College, which is now AMU, from 1883. He actively influenced Sir Syed Ahmad Khan to distance Muslim politics from Indian National Congress. Beck propagated the idea that parliamentary democracy was unsuited for India and would result in majority Hindu domination, significantly fostering early separatist tendencies. Now, moving to the next question, the Young India nationalist paper was started by. So, Young India nationalist paper was started by. So, I have already told you there. Here, just let me see the first thing. Yes, Young India. So, remember, Young India is Lala Lajpat Rai, and the Young India with the same name is written by whom? Mahatma Gandhi. Okay, so it was a nationalist newspaper. Okay, so Mahatma Gandhi. So Young India was an influential weekly journal in English published by Mahatma Gandhi from 1919 to 1931. Gandhi leveraged this platform to disseminate the philosophy of Satyagraha, clarify his principles of non-violent resistance, and mobilize mass support. Not Lala Rajpat Rai also authored a book titled Young India, but as a prominent nationalist paper in India, it is definitely linked to Gandhi. Okay, so remember these two names. Okay, the with the same name, there were two books. Okay, Young India was written by Lala Rajpat Rai, and another Young India was written by Mahatma Gandhi. Okay, so that is the thing. Okay, anyhow, you have to remember all these things. Okay, so moving to the next question, question number 76. Which commission accentuated the discontent in all political groups and parties for not associating any Indian member in it? Okay, so you must be knowing that it was Simon Commission which came in India in 1927, which has seven members. All of them were Britishers and neither of them were Indian. That is why they have faced huge protest in India, and that is there. That is there that Lala Lajpat Rai was lathi charged and he got ultimately died there. Okay, so it has come under the Government of India Act 1919, comprising seven British members of Parliament, completely excluding Indians. It was viewed as a profound national insult. This has sparked nationwide boycotts and rallying carry Simon go back. Okay, now let me come to the next question. Who assumed the command of the Indian National Army and gave famous battle cry "Chalo Delhi"? So Delhi Chalo, it was said by whom? Subhash Chandra Bose. Okay. So Subhash Chandra Bose arrived in Singapore in 1943 and assumed the leadership of Indian Independence League, and the Indian National Army in Azad Hind Fauj. He revitalized the troops with his charismatic leadership and delivered stirring battle cries such as "Chalo Delhi Chalo" or "Jai Hind" to motivate the soldiers in their march toward India. Now, let me bring the next question. We shall either free India or die in attempt. Who said? So, either free India or die in attempt. So, it was said by Mahatma Gandhi during the Quit India movement started in 1942. Okay, so the iconic declaration is part of the Do or Die, Karo Ya Maro mantra delivered by Mahatma Gandhi. He spoke these words during his historic address at Gwalior Tank Maidan in Bombay on August 8, 1942, signaling the aggressive commencement of the Quit India movement. Okay, so let's see the next question. Who raised the cry divide and quit? Divide and quit. So it was Jinnah. Okay, in direct response to the Indian National Congress Quit India resolution of 1942, the Muslim League convened in Ranchi in December 1943. Here, Muhammad Ali Jinnah popularized the slogan "Divide and quit," encapsulating the League's firm stance that the British must partition the subcontinent into India and Pakistan before releasing power. Okay. So next question. Which act provided for the participation of India into two new dominions, India and Pakistan? Okay. So which act provided for the participation of India into two new dominions, India and Pakistan? So it was Government of India Act, Independence Act 1947. Okay. So partition has happened because of that. The Indian Independence Act of 1947 was enacted by the British Parliament, drawing its framework from the Mountbatten Plan, June 3. The Act legally mandated the cessation of British sovereignty and formalized the partition of British India, establishing the two independent and fully sovereign dominions of India and Pakistan on 15 August 1947. Conceptual exploration. Let us see the high probability predicted questions. So consider the following statement regarding the ideological debate surrounding the foundation of the Indian National Congress. The safety valve theory was enthusiastically endorsed by moderate leaders to justify early cooperation with the British. No, that could not be the correct answer. Why? Because this was the safety valve theory was put forth to criticize the moderate. So how would have moderate leaders yeah, endorse that? Okay. So the lightning conductor theory was proposed by Gopal King Gokhale to explain air Hume's indispensable role as a buffer for the early nationalists. Yes, this is correct. So B will be the correct answer. Next, with reference to the evolution of Indian National Army, consider the following scheme. The structural concept of INA was originally conceived by Subhash Chandra Bose. No, this was incorrect. It was Mohan Singh. Okay, not Subhash Chandra Bose. The prominent INA trials that Red Fort united the Congress, Muslim League, and the Communist Party. Yes, that is correct. Next, which of the following combination regarding British viceroys and pivotal events during their tenures is incorrectly matched? So this is C will be the correct answer. Okay. Let us see. The Simon Commission was constituted in 1927 under the uh, Viceroy of Lord Irwin. Okay, not Lord Chancellor. Lord Chancellor tenure is associated with the Government of India Act 1919, elected and Jalliwala Marcus. So we'll end here. Okay, so I hope that you found this very useful. Okay, so we have started from 71, 72. Okay, then we have see this one. Okay, this one, 78, 79, 80. Okay, and then 81, 82, and 83 we have not discussed. So thank you so much. We will start from tomorrow from here. Okay.